you choose? I'm so excited to be here with you all. What path are you going to choose? Let's see if we are live. You are a woman in business. What is your business? Post it in the comments down below. What is the path that you are walking? Which path will you choose? Or the path of least resistance? Which one are you going to choose as a woman in business, as a spiritual leader, as a holistic healer and a teacher, and a woman with a message to share, a woman on a mission to help and change and heal the world? Which is the path that you think that you will choose? So write a little comment down below right now. Let's start off by writing hello in the comments. What is your business? And what is the message that you're here to share? I want to hear from you, and I want to create an incredible community here in the Women's Holistic Business Network. This is a thriving community of women who are on a mission, women with purpose, women with heart, women who are committed to doing business in a way that serves and changes and heals the world. I am Elizabeth, your incredible host of the Women's Holistic Business Network, also founder of the Women's Holistic Business Academy. And I love serving women who are spiritual teachers and healers and holistic teachers and educators who are here to make a difference. And I help them to build businesses, to launch courses and programs, to become incredible, confident, transformational speakers so that they can get out in the world and do what they love. And I am here to teach you in your weekly holistic business training the path of least resistance or the path of fear. Which one will you choose? Let's start by having you post in the comments down below right now. Which one will you choose? The path of least resistance or the path of fear? I am coming to you live from the jungle in Costa Rica, and the ocean is right out there. It's a really beautiful day, and I just love being here with you all. That is a cute little chair pod that you could swing in and relax as you relax into the path of least resistance. I'm going to share some tips and tools with you today, but first I want to know, what's your commitment? Take your vote, take your pick, the path of least resistance or the path of fear. And we're going to dig into this topic today. Are you ready? Let's just dive right in. So, the path of least resistance is often one that I myself find myself going towards. And I also find that the women that I work with choose this path as well, the path of least resistance. We want ease in our businesses, we want flow in our businesses, we want the path of least resistance. Oh, I'm so glad to see some of you chiming in. Remember, as you tune in, post what is your business and what are you up to and what is your path of least resistance. And again, of course, vote. Which one do you choose, the path of least resistance or the path of fear? Pick yours. Hey, Denise, so good to have you here. Oh, I like this. This is really cool what Denise is saying. So, because I'm going to get to this. So, do you choose the path of least resistance, which is oftentimes a way that a woman who is a holistic, heart centered, spiritual educator wants to choose that path of least resistance? And we think of that. Yes, I want the path of least resistance. And yes, we do want to put ourselves in the flow and be in the higher vibration. And that is truly a path of least resistance. But there's something to this that is not always fear. And Denise is starting to speak to this in the comments, and I absolutely love it because it's where I'm going with this today. If you had the choice to choose between the path of least resistance and the path of fear, and you said, I want the path of least resistance, I say, time out, everyone. Time out, because there's a reason for this. The path that we say is the path of fear. I want the path of least resistance, not the path of fear. The path that we sometimes say is the path of fear isn't always about fear, and isn't always the one that we should turn away from, and isn't always the one that will actually lead us to success. What I'm suggesting here, and Denise is probably commenting on this so beautifully already because we're already in alignment, is that sometimes what looks like fear is actually that part of you that is afraid projecting onto your current business situation. So the path of fear, it might say, choose the path of least resistance means stay home, don't call the client, means don't look for more opportunities to speak online, means don't do a live video, means don't be here and actually comment, means don't take risks in your business. It says that, and it says that the path of that's it could be your smaller self, or call it your ego self, or whatever it is, your traumatized self, the also whatever the self is that says everything that's different is fear. Everything that's different is a path of fear. And this is what we want to pay attention to. As conscious women leaders, it's not as simple as the path of resistance or the path of fear. And so it was kind of a trick question that I asked you all. It's not always that easy. And sometimes I think that we get into a trap with it. I know that I have. I've been like, I want the path of least resistance. And so sometimes the path of least resistance looks like going for a nap. And sometimes that's good. We absolutely need that. Sometimes, saying sometimes a lot, it switches over into the other side where we're actually not taking movement forward, where we're actually not moving at all. I was with a group of my high level mastermind clients yesterday, and we were talking about this exact topic, that going slow and staying small actually affects your business in a negative way. That the best thing to do, like riding a bike, is to actually go fast so you don't wobble. And so, in your business, are there times when you're projecting that it's actually fearful when it could be the best possible thing for you? So, write down right now on a piece of paper and in the chat, what is it that you're afraid of? What is the path of fear? What are the things you're most afraid of? Write it down. And if you want to get vulnerable with me, put it down in the chat right here. What are the things you're afraid of? If I was to write this list right now, I would write things I'm afraid of. Putting something out into the world and it not working. Putting a launch out into the world and it doesn't work. Having people say no. Getting visible. Doing a video and having somebody come and say, you look really stupid and I don't like what you're saying. That's fear for me. Having, that one's vulnerable. It's kind of like caught my mind. having putting money and energy and effort into something and have it actually cost but not bring back, not return. Not knowing what to say, or putting out a workshop or something like that. This is these lives I often do some semi unplanned, but putting out a workshop and just forgetting what to say. So these fears come up. But does that mean I'm not supposed to go live? I'm not supposed to try and put a program into the world. I'm not supposed to support other women in business. I've been in holistic business for over 25 years. And there's still a voice that might come up and say, "Well, you shouldn't do that." But if I followed that path of fear, what would happen? So, all of you, what is your path of fear list? Write that down. What is your path of fear? So, write down 3 things you're afraid of right now. If I can do it, so can you. Write that down right now and write it down in the comments for us all so we can have this conversation. So, what are you afraid of? And then, what is on the other side of the fear? Should you stop that fear? And I want to acknowledge Denise so incredibly in the comments here, leading the way in the comments, and all of you who are also here live and in the replay, watching these incredible replays and coming into the comments and forming this community. I like what Denise says, the less easy path. Instead of the path of least resistance, it's there's the path of least resistance, and then there's the less easy path. But everything that you want is down that less easy path, as she says it. That path leads to the path that's less easy leads to things that are more satisfying, because what everything that you want is beyond your comfort zone, is down the path. You're an entrepreneur because you don't walk the normal path. Am I right? You're an entrepreneur and a visionary, and you are a disruptor of life and the status quo and the norm, especially as a holistic woman in business. 100 years ago, this would not have happened. Think about that. It's not all that long ago, not even 100 years ago, that you wouldn't have been allowed to be in business. You wouldn't have had the internet, and you certainly wouldn't have been allowed to be a spiritual, holistic, wellness, alternative health expert. Just incredible. But you're walking a path that is not necessarily easeful. not necessarily easeful. So this is really, really powerful. So step one, write down the three things that the path of fear that is fear for you. And then ask yourself this big question. Are you ready for it? Are these real? Is it real that, well, is it real that somebody could say to me, like, oh, you look stupid, you shouldn't be online? Sure, that's real. But what's the next piece? Does that mean anything? Does that actually mean anything? And should it affect my life? There are millions of people online, and there are 10 solid clients for each and every one of you who can come in and fill your group programs and be bringing you a consistent $5,000 to $10,000 of income every month for the rest of your life. And if you want to build more than that, of course, we can 10 times that. But that's a great start for most of you, and that exists. And do you need everybody to love you for that? Do you need everybody to think you're amazing? No, you need 10 people just for that. Are you going to let somebody else's fear voice stop you? Because what's behind somebody who might say, like, you look dumb, or what's behind if you didn't know what to say in a moment? What's behind it? And oftentimes, as we look at it, and I've done this so much with the women that I work with and in my own personal life, is that we track it back to a story we made up about ourselves as children. So many of you have done this work. And then we track that story and we go, wow, this is something that I'm now playing out decades later. A story I made up about myself as a child, I'm playing out so many years later, and it's controlling my life. And rather than choosing the path of fear, which could be incredible, I choose the path of least resistance, which might not actually be the best complete path for me. Oh, so here's the breakthrough, that it isn't about the path of fear or the path of least resistance, but it's about looking deeper within and realizing, what is the path that is right in the middle? It's easeful, but it challenges me. There's no resistance, but there's resistance. And the resistance that I come up against, as I crumble it, I come forward and I become more magnificent. I become a better leader. I do all the things that I've ever wanted to do. My life expands. I become open to the next step and the next phase. Keeping yourself small, women, will never serve the world. I was training a group of my clients earlier, actually, and we were talking about this too, that keeping yourself small, it doesn't serve people. And we have to remind ourselves, right? It's about service. It's about serving the people who need to hear what I have to say. It's about you serving the people who need you, helping them heal, helping them transform, helping them break through, helping them change their relationships, helping them find their purpose, helping them get healthy once and for all, helping them have better sleep, get out of pain, get into their bodies, whatever it is that you do. By the way, what do you do? Post it in the comments down below. Post it in the comments right now. Fill in the blank. I help people blank. Fill in the blank and post it in the comments. I help people do this thing. So if you get out of the way and help people, at first it might feel to this like little ego self that it is the path of fear because it's challenging. It might bring up fear. It might bring up fear to do that thing, to put a program together, to create an online course, to reach out to potential clients, to create a podcast, to become a speaker. Like all the women in my program are doing such incredible things and thinking about them behind the scenes. It brings up fear for sure. How many of you have had fear come up? Post in the comments down below right now. I've had fear come up because I started blank. I've had fear come up because I've done this. And just on the other side of that fear, just like there's a tree out here. Shall I show you? I don't know if you'll be able to see, just like there. Let me stand up for you so we can see this. Right on quite see it from where I'm in my office right now. But right on the other side of your fear is everything you want. I promise you, everything you want is right on the other side of your fear. So if I ask you the question, what do you choose, the path of least resistance or the path of fear? You might say, I choose the path of fear because everything I want is there. And we might even take it another step and say, I choose, I choose the path that is going to make me be of the most service. I choose the path that is going to help the most people. I choose the path of courage. So let's just wipe the slate clean. No path of least resistance, no path of fear, the path of courage. That just came out from the jungle right here, right here, everyone, for you. Let's choose the path of courage as bold, incredible women leaders. Your path is a reflection of the path that you want your clients to live. Spiritual educator, a holistic leader, a wellness teacher. What is it that you do in the world? I want to hear from you. So post in the comments down below. Whatever you need, I'm here for you. I love this network. This is the place where I do exclusive trainings. So if you are seeing these videos anywhere else, over on Instagram or YouTube or LinkedIn or any of the other places where we'll be putting snippets of videos, you got to get into the Women's Holistic Business Network so that you can see the full trainings and be part of our world, part of this really special place where we connect together as women in holistic business, here to make a difference on the world. So keep walking the path of courage, keep building your business, because when you do, we truly make the world a better place together. Sending you all so much love, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye, everybody.